Hi everyone, welcome back to the VBCS online course. So today in this video, we are going to look at another important concept of VBCS, which is SaaS extension with VBCS. So VBCS is basically meant for the SaaS extensions only. So if you have a requirement to create extensions of the SaaS application, you can leverage VBCS application to create the same. So here we will also see how to create a Salesforce extension in VBCS to perform various actions for opportunity data. And then before I start my demo, I will show you what all prerequisites you should have in place before we start this demo. SaaS extension with VBCS is most common requirement. As I mentioned that VBCS is only for SaaS extension. If you have a requirement to create a complex web application which can fulfill your expectations, like if you wanted to create an extension of your any SaaS application like Oracle Fusion application, Salesforce application, Talio application, and you wanted to create different functionality in the web application, you can leverage VBCS application to achieve the same. Any SaaS application can be extended very easily with the help of their APIs. Each and every SaaS application provide REST or SOAP API in order to interact with the application itself. So you can use these APIs, whether it is a REST or SOAP, then you can use these APIs in a VBCS directly to consume it and interact with the Salesforce application, with the SaaS application, not Salesforce. So if you have a requirement, let's suppose you have a two SaaS application 1 and then SaaS application 2, right? SaaS application will have different functionality, SaaS application 2 will have a different functionality. You wanted to allow your user to use these two functionality, but you don't wanted to give access of these application due to some restriction. So what you can do, you can create the functionality, you can extract the functionality of these two SaaS application in the VBCS, and on launch, once you launch your VBCS application, you can give access of the VBCS application to the users, and users can use the functionality of your SaaS application. And user don't require to switch between application from one application to another. So that will be a unified platform from where a user can use the functionality of different SaaS applications. Oracle SaaS application can be easily integrated using the inbuilt catalog. So VBCS provides a catalog which can be used to integrate the Fusion application directly. You just need to provide the credentials of the Oracle SaaS application and all the catalogs you can see of the SaaS application, and you can easily use it. For this demo, we are going to look at how to extend the Salesforce opportunity in the VBCS. For this, we will create a connected app in the Salesforce, which will be used to interact with the REST APIs of the Salesforce. And we will create a service connection in the VBCS to connect to the Salesforce REST APIs. And we will create a web application in a VBCS to extend the SFDC opportunity data. SFDC opportunity data means we wanted to create a web page where I will show you all the opportunities in the SFDC, and it will be fetched in the real time. We will create another page which will show you the opportunity details, the selected opportunity details, and then you will have a same page to update the opportunity data as well. So here we are going to extend the Salesforce application with the help of VBCS, and everything will happen in the real time. The data will come from the Salesforce in the real time. As soon as user will log in, it will interact with the Salesforce and will get the data and update the data in the Salesforce in the real time itself. So before I start, we would be requiring the Salesforce instance. We would be requiring the Salesforce client ID and then client secret to use the APIs. And then obviously we would be requiring the OIC instance because we wanted to leverage the OIC, so VBCS. So first I will show you how to create the client ID and then client secret in the Salesforce. So for this demo, I'm assuming you already have a Salesforce account in place. So if you don't have, you can create a free trial using this start my free trial button. You just need to serve this URL login.salesforce.com. I already have a Salesforce account, hence I'm just logging in there. Tag suppers, and this is the password. So now first I need to create the connected app. So this connected app is nothing. It will be used to get the client ID and the client secret and the new password. So let me just change my password here. Maybe password has been expired. Okay, now I have just successfully logged in into the Salesforce account. From here, you need to switch to the setup. For this, you just click on this gear icon and then click on the setup, which will open another tab. From here, you just need to search App Manager. Click on this App Manager under Apps and click on this. So this App Manager will open a page from where you can see all the connected apps. In order to create a new app, simply click on a new connected app. And here you need to provide the connected app name. You can give any name. Let me just give any name here. Application, and the API name will come automatically based on the connected app name. And here you can provide the contact email, which is a mandatory field. Let me just give my email only. And just scroll down. All are optional. You can just leave as it is. Click on enable auth settings and then click this checkbox. You need to provide the callback URL. So let me just give anything. You can give https://localhost, and from here you need to select the auth scope. For the time being, I'm just selecting access and manage your data API, and then this provide access to your data via the web, and then perform request on your behalf at any time, and then add this scope as well. So all are optional. You can leave as it is and simply click on the save button. It will take 2 to 10 minutes to make the changes. And here simply click on a continue button. Once you click on a continue button, you will be landed on the app which you have created. And if you scroll down, you will see the consumer key and then consumer secret. So this consumer key is your client ID. The consumer secret, you can click on the click to reveal, which will show you the client secret. Client ID, this is consumer key, will be treated as a client ID in order to generate the access token, and then consumer secret will be used to generate the token. I will show you how. Right, so this will take 2 to 10 minutes to activate, right? So before I use this, I will show you one more thing, right? You need to extract the security token which will be used in order to generate the access token. How to get it? So just click on this view profile and then settings. So from here you simply click on reset my security token. So this security token will be used with the password. Just simply click on reset security token. This reset security token will send an email on your registered email address, and this security token will be used in order to generate the access token with the OAuth API of the Salesforce. So I will show you how to use the Salesforce API via Postman first, then we will switch to the VBCS. So here you see this is the Salesforce OAuth API which will be used to generate the token. Here you need to add 5 parameters. One is client secret, which you need to take from your connected app manager, and then client ID. Client ID again you will need to take from the app manager which we have created, and then grant type will be the hard coded as a password, and then username will be this the username, your Salesforce account, and then password will be the combination of your password. Let's suppose you have password if ABC, and you need to append the security token which you have generated, right? So let me just enter my actual password and then token, and then I will hit, and then will show you, it will generate the access token. Just send. Here you see our access token has been generated. Now this access token will be used to hit the APIs of the Salesforce. Let me just try to hit our API. Let me see here. Here you see I have a get API, the opportunity API. You can find this API on the Google also. And here you need to pass the authorization header bearer, and then pass the value here, and then send. So it will show you all the API, all the opportunities which is there in the Salesforce. Here you see it will give ID and the name of each and every opportunity. So I will use this API in the VBCS to show all the opportunities on the VBCS page. So now let me just go into the VBCS and will show you. Okay, so let's try to create a VBCS application. So here I'll say FFDC extension and then simply finish. So before I create a web application, I have to create a service connection which will be used to call the SFDC APIs. Click on this service connection and then define by endpoint. So if you wanted to integrate Oracle Fusion application, you need to select from catalog and then Oracle Cloud application. So this is the inbuilt catalog, and here you need to provide. So here I already have the connected. I already have a connection. But if you don't have a connection, you need to provide the connection details first. Go back. Now I wanted to use this define by endpoint action because I wanted to call the Salesforce API. So I will take the Salesforce API, right? I will copy from my Postman, and here I will give the API 15.salesforce.com services this thing. And this is the get API. Hence, I will select the method as a get and then action hint as a get many, and then next. And here you can change the service name, right? Get opportunity, something like this. Title, get opportunities. Okay, and then go to the server. Okay, so this is the instance URL will be taken up automatically. This is the path, and here since this API is OAuth enabled, you need to select this authentication type, the OAuth 2.0 resource owner, and here it will ask you the username and then client ID, and here you need to put the username of your Salesforce which you have used, right? Let me just take it. So this is my username and then the password. Let me just take the password also. Just, okay. Password. So password will not be visible here. Save. Similarly, you need to provide the client ID and then client secret. Client ID and then client secret. And then save. Here you need to provide the token URL. Let me just take the token URL and then token URL. Token URL will be /token. And here connection type, you select this dynamic. The service does not support course. And then try to test your API. Send. Now here you see I have received the result and status is 200 OK, which means the API is working successfully. Save as example response to create the schema, and then create. Now your service connection is ready to get the data from a Salesforce. Try to create an application, go to the web application, and here you can say SFDC extension. Web app, and then create. Here the page has been created. Now let me just go to the table, select the table component and select this table and go to add data. So I will bind this table with the service connection, right? And here I'll select this opportunity and then next. Whatever field you wanted to choose, you can choose. I have only ID and then name. And then primary key, choose ID, next, and then finish. Now here you can see the result will be populated. Now here you can see ID and the name. So you have all these opportunities in the Salesforce. Now the opportunities has been fetched from the Salesforce directly. So this is how you can create the web page in the VBCS to get all the data from the Salesforce with the help of Salesforce API. So this is your first use case where you have extended your Salesforce opportunity functionality in the VBCS. Now the second action, what I want, so here I'm just getting only the ID and the name. What I need is I wanted to fetch more details of this opportunity once I click on this. So for this, what I will do is first go to all, and here I will make this selection selection mode, not this one. Switch to the general tab and from here select single. So on the selection of a particular row, I wanted to show the details of a particular opportunity. So again, for this, I have another API of a Salesforce which will get the opportunity data based on this particular ID. I will show you. So here you can see you have another get call where you are just passing the opportunity ID as a path parameter, which will give the result of a particular opportunity like the ID, the stage name, amount, probability, expected revenue, and then total opportunity quantity and others field. So it will show you all the fields which we have. So I'm going to create another page which will show you few details of an opportunity on the selection of a particular row. So I will register another API. Just take this in the sales. I'll just log in the VBCS again and go to the service connection. Okay, now I can add one more endpoint here by just clicking on this endpoint and then plus endpoint. So here, and this will be the path parameter. So this will be the OUT ID. So this will provide a single get one. And then you just go to the test and go to the URI parameter. Sometimes it does not show you, so you need to just close this and try to close it and then open this, add, and then it's OP ID and then get one and then go to test. Yeah, so this time this has been created, and try to put the actual ID here and see if it is working or not. Then here you can see it's working successfully. Save as example response and then add. Now another endpoint has been added. Go to the web application again, and here I will create another page, a details page. Clicking on this plus button and then create a detail page and then click on a create button. So here what I want is I wanted to create some input text here. Input text. So first, before I'll show the heading here. Heading and then input text, input text, input text, and then input text, and then one more. Okay. Now here I wanted to show you the stage. I'll show you the amount here. I'll show you probability. Let me just check other field, forecast category. Forecast category, and then another thing is like owner ID. So I will show you all these details on the page. I will make stage as a read only field. But I will make amount as a uh, editable field so that I can update the opportunity also. So here I'll say a button, two buttons. The first button caption I will give a back, and then here the second button will be update. Okay. Now I wanted to show you the details here. So for this, first I will create a type here. So you just click on this main flow and then go to the variables. You are creating a types and then variables on the at the flow level, not at the page level. Make sure you have selected this flow. Click on this types and then here select the from endpoint. Take this, get opportunity, and then use this. You can say get op type and you just select all the fields and then finish. Similarly, variables, go to the variables and then create a variable get op variable, and this will be my get op type variable, and then click on a create button. Okay, so I have created variables here. Go to the main detail page and I will bind this variable with this particular input text we have here. So click on this stage and then go to the data section and select this flow variables get opportunity variable, and here select the stage name. Stage name. And similarly, you can bind the amount here. Similarly, you can select the probability here. Probability here, and then forecast category, forecast category, and then owner ID. Okay. Now I have binded all the input text with the variable. Now what I want is go to your main start page and here I will register one event on the particular row selection. So select the table and go to the event, and here just select this quick start first selected row. I wanted to call my API to get the data based on that opportunity ID. So for this, I will use the call REST endpoint action, which will call the endpoint. Select endpoint, service connection, get opportunity, and this the endpoint which I wanted to call and then select. Here I will just map this opportunity ID with the row key, because row key will hold the selected opportunity ID and then save. And here I will use the assign variable activity to assign the data into my variable which I have created at the flow level. Just click on this and then assign. And here this is the variable, right? And this is the response of your service. You just map this body to get opportunity variable and then save. Okay. Go now. Based on the particular row selection, the endpoint will be called and the response I have mapped with the variable which I have created. Go to the main details page again and bind this heading with the opportunity name. So there will be a field called name. On the back button, I wanted to go the back. So register an event, new event, and then OJ action. Here, simply just use this navigate back, which will which will take you to the previous page. Try to run your application now. Now on the first page, all the opportunities has been fetched, and now just simply click on a particular opportunity will show you the data. So I forget one thing here. I just need to navigate to the page as well. So for this, so I'm just on this table first selected row chain. Here I need to navigate to the page as well so that it can show the details. Navigate, and from here select the main detail page and now run it again. Select. Here you can see the stage. This is the opportunity name, which is selected one. Stage, prospecting amount 400, probability 10, forecast category pipeline, owner ID this one. If you can go back, then you can see new training opportunity 7 data. Here you can see the selected opportunity and then different data. So this is how you can extend another functionality of the Salesforce in VBCS. Now on the update button, I wanted to update the amount as well of the selected opportunity. For this, I have to use another endpoint of the Salesforce. I will show you how. So here I have another endpoint, which is the patch endpoint, and which will take the opportunity ID as a path parameter and can update the data which you want. So here I just wanted to update the amount, so hence I have to use this particular payload to update it. Now I have to register one more endpoint with the patch. So I will take this again, go back to the VBCS, go to the service connection and add one more service connection here. Okay. This will be the patch opportunity and similarly hope ID. That will be update. You need to go to the request, response, test, and you can just try to test it. And here I'll just pass 100 and will take any opportunity ID and will pass in the URI parameter and then send. Yes, 20 for no content. So here you just simply add this body. This has been added already. Let me just try to add it here. Okay. and then simply you need to click on a add button. Now here you can see schema created successfully and add. Now your third endpoint has been added. Go to the main detail page now. Go to this designer, and on this update button, I wanted to call this API. Update and then new event and then OJ action. Similarly, you have to use this call REST endpoint and then select endpoint, and from here you need to select this patch one and then select. You need to map the opportunity ID because it will take the opportunity ID and you can get it from the flow variable, right? So this will be the ID. Okay, and then save. Now you need to pass the body as well. So select on this assign, and here you need to pass the amount. For this, I'll go to this amount and then drop it over here. So here you need to pass the body here like this. You can make the JSON here only amount and take this. Okay, and then save. So here you have just built the body. Save. On the success path, I wanted to send a I wanted to send I wanted to generate a fire action to show yes, this has been updated successfully. So here I'll say updated. You can say amount updated successfully. You can make this as an info and then persist as a transient. That's it. Now just try to run your application again. Now select this new batch opportunity, and here for the new batch opportunity amount is 100. Let's just try to make it 200 and then update. Amount updated successfully, right? Go back, click on this again, and you see this time amount is showing 200. Try to update another one as well. New training opportunity 7. You can say 1000, 10,000 and then update. Amount updated successfully. Go back, select this. Here you can see this has been updated. So this is how you can create extension in the VBCS, and the extension can be of any SaaS application. It can be Oracle's application, non-Oracle application, any other third-party SaaS application. You can extend any functionality. Here I have shown the fetch data functionality, the details functionality, and then update functionality. You can put any other functionality as well. So that's all for this video. If you have any question, let me know. Thanks. Bye-bye.